Hey, what's up everybody? 2 weeks ago we had a video about the sense and the nonsense of the parawing industry, and somebody actually reached out to me. It was an F1 ambassador and said that they had one of those K1 Plume parawing kite, whatever you want to call it, thingies, and said if you want to borrow this you can have it, I'll make a video with it. I'm like, wow, this is cool. Nobody ever reaches out to me for anything like this. I try to reach out to this industry, but people are not really good about answering emails, but hey, whatever. So in this video we're gonna look at the sense and nonsense of this K1 Plume thing. I get to borrow it, there's no business, there is no paid promotion or whatsoever, so we're just gonna try this out as a hobbyist, and I have never blown this thing up and never tried it, so this is all gonna be you guys learning along with me. So let's dive right into it. At little beach trial here, and first findings. The blow up, pretty simple and easy, just a few pumps and a very unintuitive valve system that I have never seen like this actually. So there's a release valve and an in valve. Then we fly it on the beach, and interesting, one thing for sure, the cool thing is you're not going to get entangled with the thing like a parawing. You have a way less line, so that's a good thing. The sheeting in part, I found that kind of like difficult to find out a little bit, because the leash is going through the bar and then you kind of yank on the leash. But then what is really difficult, it feels like when you have the leading edge in your hand and you're trying to get back to the handlebar, it's so far away. It's like, how do I do this? I haven't figured that out there yet, but we're gonna go fly it on the water, of course, and see how this all is gonna make sense and conclude. Okay, back on land. First impression, I have to say, wow, this thing was super easy. I couldn't believe it. I got up on my first try. I was really concerned, not knowing what to expect out there, but I got up right away. This thing is flying super stable. I can sail upwind right away with it, and no worries, not too many lines, translating the power of the wind right into my feet. I was really stoked on it, how this actually works. I did have problems actually sheeting this thing in, so like trying to get to the leading edge and then getting to the pumping motion. I thought that was a little hard because the leading edge is so far away and with the handles and the lines there, so that was a little complicated, and I ate it the first time. The second time I was a little bit more successful. Also, once you actually have the leading edge in your hand and you're trying to get back to the handle, now this handle is floating way back there and you're like, how am I gonna get back to this? But with the line and the leash going through the handle, actually easier, or I guess not easier, but maybe needs a little bit of practice and easy to learn, I think I'm gonna say. But then again, now I'm going to the whole thing is like, what am I going to use this for? So if I'm going to do downwind or mow the lawn, then I don't really want to use this. Then the wing is 10 times quicker, 10 times faster, 10 times more having power and sheeting in and really sailing upwind and digging in your toes and having a lot of speed. So for that reason, I don't think I'm ever going to be wanting to use that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Downwinding without a wing, that's what I want. That's why I want to learn this parawing, even though it is hard, frustrating, and all these lines, you guys, but I think it's worth it because the convenience of it, and yeah, again, no pump, and just have a little piece of cloth with a bunch of lines just for the convenience of it. That's very sad for me. So I am not sure where this K1 Plume Doom thing is gonna go. Maybe it has a good application for schools, for people who want to learn the parawing but need a little bit of an entry way into it and a little guidance, and then they can learn with that and then get into the parawing. That's something that I'm going to be very curious about now that I've done this thing and I'm going to go out with the parawing. Is there something that translates from this piece of equipment into the parawing? We will see, and we will talk about it. But for me, I don't really think there's going to be a huge market for this thing, and people on the beach here seem to be in agreement. It's either a wing or the parawing, and not like the Frankenstein like another guy just said. But anyway, I think I'm glad to get to test this out, and I'm glad for you guys to support my videos, and we'll see you in the next one.